All right, this is the 2017 179 RPOD. This is the front of it. Typical stuff here. So seven pin connector. The chains are in good shape. The trailer brake emergency release is in good shape. This guy. It has a weight distribution system on it, and you hook the chain to there. There's a long bar that connects to your hitch. I'll leave that on there. There's a single propane bottle. Right, it's got a decent charge in there, not completely full, but we haven't really filled this thing in a while. It's pretty efficient on gas. It does work. I guess I left it on. The only thing we actually use it for is to run the refrigerator if we're boondocking, so for dry camping. So
and water heater, right?
Yeah, we'll run the water heater off. So the battery is we bought it new this year, and of course it's gonna wanna fight me here. Here, just let's pull this back off. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm not a YouTuber, so so 220. We actually bought it a couple months after that, so you can see everything looks good with the battery. The battery disconnect is right there next to it. This is just your courtesy light. So this guy works. I put LEDs all around. On the inside, there were LEDs, but on the outside, they were regular lights. So I've replaced those. The only lights outside are that courtesy light and this light up here at the top. So they're both LEDs now. So this is what the side looks like. You can tell it's a 2017 by the little frog there fishing. And here's the sticker. If you can see that. Yeah, 2017, stock number, color, VIN, all that fun stuff. Yeah, so there's that. You have some speakers at the top there. Those are just stock speakers. Came with the camper. This is your, it's an antenna. It's powered, so there's a booster on the inside. You can turn that on. It stays in that position. Actually works quite well. Down here, there are two outlets that you can plug 110 if you're hooked up to a generator or shore power. This is a storage compartment here. It's got a magnetic latch at the top. On the inside, I actually extended the inside a little bit. You likely wouldn't be able to tell, but I got an extra like foot or so in the corner there. You have the R dome, that's what's in that green bag. Your 30 amp cable, and on the end I just have a 15 amp just extension cord. So if you're running a generator, you'll need something like this. And this guy plugs into here. It just makes it nice and easier than just plugging it right. If you plug this directly into the generator, it tends to put a lot more weight on this, so it's a little bit easier to have something lighter weight. In any case, this is actually a visor that goes in a rail. I'll show you that here in a minute. Or at least what the rail is that goes into. It's like a hat visor. It's homemade, but it works well. It's good for if you're just setting up for like a couple hours or a day. Inside here we have this is the crank to crank the jacks up and down. Over here, these are the poles for the R dome. I just made a little bracket system because I was tired of fishing them off the bottom of everything. And I mounted a little light in here. Nothing fancy, but it's enough if it's nighttime. That comes in real handy. So nothing exciting in there, but there's that. The lady we bought this from had this sticker put on. It's a sticker on the side. This is your black tank flush. So this is for when you're pumping out your black tank. You can hook fresh water up to this pressurized water, and it actually just spins a little ball inside the tank there, and that'll help flush things off the walls. So you can use your imagination on that. So the wheels are I think they're 15-inch wheels, if I'm not mistaken. Where's the size? Oh, I'm looking right at the size. So 205/75. They're 14-inch wheels. So there, but they're in good shape. We keep them greased up. You can see the tread is good. I haven't had any I haven't felt the need that I need to replace them or really even look at them. The torsion comes with torsion axles. A lot of these trailers this size do. That's what this bar is you're looking at. It's in good shape, as you can see. There's nothing really, bad about it. There's nothing really anything that could go wrong with them, to be quite honest. We have a step that flips up and down here. This, if you just kind of lift up on it and slide it in there, it goes in, right? So you pull it, and pull it out, and that's it. This is a hose carrier that I put on. I have a hose that goes in there. I took everything out to clean it. So that's just it doesn't come with that, just something extra. Let's see. These are your side markers when you're going down the road. They're LEDs. It comes with a handle. This handle folds in and out, just like pretty much every other handle on an RV does. Let's see. There's some certification number. I don't really know what that is, to be honest. It has a solar hookup, so a lot of these campers this year have this, or this the more modern ones have these. You can hook like a suitcase solar panel up to that, put it out in the grass, whatever. So that's there. We've never actually hooked it up before, so I assume that it works, but I can't really tell you, to be honest. And this, all these little cables here, these are a strip of LED lights that the previous owner had installed. They go all the way around the top. So if you were to ask if there's anything not working on this camper, that's the one thing that's not working on the camper. And it's only not working because I need the control box corroded. So, and as well as these extra cables. So I put new cables on here and they're tied up underneath, but I haven't gotten a new control box for it yet. So it's a simple fix. There's already, the wires are already there to run the control box. You just have to put it in. So nothing too bad. Let's see, the rest on this side, the lady called it Miss Lily, so she had that put on there. This black track here, right, that you can see, this goes all the way around. This is what the R-dome connects into, so it slides into that. And then there are poles that come out, and it comes out, I don't know, about 8 feet or so. And it's basically a tent without a floor. They're quite nice. Anytime we set up for any period of time, we set that up. On the back, this comes with a bicycle carrier, or not a bicycle carrier, just a hitch, one of those really small hitches. And about the only weight it can handle is a spare tire. So I just made this thing on a whim one day. It's literally just 2x4s, and it's screwed into the frame here. It actually slides right in with some wood slats on it, and then I mounted this this tray. If you don't want it, I just pull those. There's 2 screws on either side. I pull those out, and the whole tray slides out, and then you can put the tire back on it, that spare tire. And you can see under here is that hitch. I have an expansion thing, right? So you can see it goes from that little tiny hitch to the bigger hitch. So I have that on there, but the spare tire will just plug right into that. The rest on the back is you have LED brake lights. These side lights are also LEDs. There's a back window. This is a backup camera that I wired. It's just a standard backup camera. There's nothing exciting about it. But what it will do is it'll let you, you'll have to wire your car to support it. But we used to use this to back up, of course, right? And it was nice because we could even use it like even going down the road if we wanted to. These little guys I screwed them and siliconed them on. When I put the visor on that I was telling you about, there's some guy wires that come off of it, and I wrap the guy wires around here, and it keeps that visor in place. And that visor, sorry, I forgot to mention, it also slides into that same rail up there. At the top you have this fin that's on almost all these RPODs around this age. It has some driving lights. I don't know if you can see them, but little red lights. So those all work. Let's see. So you have this is your 30 amp power connector. So nothing exciting. Oops, sorry. These are cable and satellite, right? So if you have those where you're going, you can just plug right into here, and they come into the inside. And I'll show you where those come in when we go inside. Again, there's the other side of your of that hose carrier. Yeah, and these are your your stabilizer jacks. There's one on each corner. I have them up right now, but in case I have to move it quickly because I'm just kind of in the middle of our storage area. This is your gray tank flush. You have your low point drains for your hot and cold water. Again, the tire on the other side. And then this is your black tank flush right here. And then there's a freshwater drain. Actually, it didn't come with this. I installed this because it just had a little cap on it that you had to unscrew. So I put this on here just so you can just turn that handle to flush it instead of having to undo the cap. I took the cap off one time and lost it, and instead of replacing it, I was like, well, I'm not gonna do that again. So coming back on this side, these are just these are vents for your I think your furnace. Yeah. Your city water connection. So this is pressurized water. This will not fill your tank, but it will pressurize the system. This is fresh water out of like a garden hose or you know, some jugs or whatever. This will fill up your tanks, right? It says potable water only. So you're not really supposed to drink it. Most people put a filter in line with their garden hose when they connect this or when they fill this anyway. So, I wouldn't recommend drinking it, but if you did, it's not gonna kill you, right? And then this is your furnace itself. So the furnace is electric or gas. These are breakers for that. This is your pressure relief valve and drains if you need to do something to it. There's also a little switch under here that's usually hard to see. It's right back in there. So that's on or off, so you can just kind of override. You can control it on the inside, but that will override it on the outside. So this runs your hot water, basically. All right, here's all the information from the factory. As you can see, the dry weight's 2,800 pounds. The gross is right Yep, gross 37.85. And then some other fun things to note.
Yes.
And then, so we kind of followed down the bottom side. So let me show you the whole side. So this is with the slide out. You can see the tracks of the slide, you know, they're all in good shape. I greased them with it's like a Teflon grease or something like that. It doesn't collect dust, or it's not supposed to. And these seals, you can see, are pretty good shape. There's no cracks in them or anything like that. And then you have that bottom track, and there's a seal on the bottom, and this is the bottom of the slide. You can see there's nothing I notice, at least, that's wrong with it. And then the top of the slide up there. So, and then these are just little water gutters. So if your slide open, when it rains, it shoots the water there instead of onto the slide. Yeah, and then here's the side of the slide out. So there's a window in there that opens. It's an emergency hatch as well. I'll show you that on the inside. Behind here is your refrigerator. You have a sort of an intake and exhaust. I actually put a fan inside there. These refrigerators are not built the same as your house refrigerator, so they're built to be extremely efficient, but they don't cool quite as well. So in here, what you see, this plug was already here. So I put a computer fan, basically, that's plugged in, and when you turn the power on, that goes up there, and what it does is it sucks the it really kind of moves the hot air out of the way and pulls cold air in. And those fans are inside here, if you can see one of them. Yep, there's one there, and there's the other one in there. They do a fantastic job. They're really quiet. They're low voltage, you know, so they don't draw a lot of power. There's a shower. There's a shower here on the outside. Sorry. Apologies. Oops, wrong key. This key. All right. So there's a shower here. The handle comes out. It's a little dusty. You can see we don't use it often. Nothing exciting about that. But you can hook it up right here in this little guy. So if you want to just leave it there, wash your feet or whatever, you can do that. So can you push that like that? Thanks. All right. So that's pretty much, I think that's the entire outside without getting on the roof. I don't know if you can see, up there is the air conditioner. It's at 13, maybe 13.5 BTU. So this is the door. So there's a screen door on the front of this. You pull this, the screen door opens, and you can shut that, right? And then you have screen top and bottom. There's a little bitty one on the side over here, and you just push this and it opens, right? So there's the door. There's a few minor scratches from our dog, but nothing too bad. And then when you go in, here's you have a refrigerator, a microwave. That's a convection microwave. The refrigerator is a 3-way refrigerator, so it runs off of 110, as we see. So 110 propane or battery. So when we're driving down the road, we actually run it on battery because the car will charge the batteries. If we're boondocking, we'll run this off of propane. Excuse me. If we're hooked to power, we'll run it off of 110, and this is just on and off. I don't have a generator hooked up to it, so I don't have the power going right now, but it does work. Here's the refrigerator on the inside, so nothing exciting. There is a freezer little box that goes up here that I have in the garage that I'll include. But we took it out because we prefer to have the refrigerator, more refrigerator space. One thing to note, this here is a latch that if you try to do with one hand, if you push in on it, right, it slides in, and then the refrigerator will shut all the way, right? That's when you're using it, that's the mode that you would put it in. When it's in storage, you slide it out, and what it does, it just it allows the door to have a small gap. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a small gap there now, right? And that just lets it air out so it doesn't mildew. All right. So, standing sort of in the front of the camper. Oh, let me get back here a little more. Front of the camper, looking backwards, right? This is the kitchen. You have a couple of cabinets. There's an outlet over here to the left. There's an outlet over here on the right. This cabinet is open. It goes pretty far back in there. There's one underneath it. Goes far. There's nothing really in your way. And then this cabinet opens up. Nothing exciting there. It's kind of a shorter cabinet. This one you can see is a little bit longer. And then this one is a little bit the same length. And you can see these come out all the way, which is really nice. So if you drop something back there, it's easy to get to. And then this cabinet, you have this, which is a little, not quite as deep as the top one. And then your outlet. You have your sink with the cover on it, right? And then the faucet here. We put this backsplash on. It's just a rubber backsplash. We liked it because it had a little character and it was lightweight. You don't have to do anything to it, right? So we put that all the way around. Here's your curtains. This just slides shut and open. It's some miscellaneous things and little hooks on the wall, right? And you can see the trim and everything is in good shape. Yeah, this is the microwave. It's a convection microwave, so you have a metal rack in here. You can bake in here. You can grill. Yeah, I think you can grill. All that fun stuff. This is the standard microwave that these things come with. Right. Other bits about the refrigerator. And then one other thing, there's this little panel on the bottom here, this guy. So that's just to keep, just to hide the wires and hoses and stuff. So you see some wires kind of hanging down there. I think that's just the way all these are. I actually reinforced to that. I put some bracketry behind it because it was a little flimsy from the factory. So, so we did that. Here you have, as you come in, you can see this is the door. As you come in, you have these cabinets here, right? And then I put this shelving in here just to give me a little bit more room, and I put some hooks in. We hang our keys there. And then here's another cabinet that's underneath that. So this is effectively our pantry. So down here is your control panel. So this is all of your sorry, let me get the camera in the middle. This is all your 110. On the side it tells you what they're for. And this is your 12 volt. And on the side it tells you what they're for. This is a built-in surge protector. So it's a high amperage surge protector. It's made for 30 amps. So I added this because that way if I go to campgrounds, I don't have to carry a surge protector and kind of leave it out in the open. Plus I don't have to worry about forgetting to do it. This will automatically protect. There's two modes. There's a normal mode and bypass. Bypass basically doesn't really do any surge protecting. That's good for if you have your own generator or you know your power's clean, you can do that. I keep it on normal all the time. It'll give you a readout. It'll tell you if there's any errors in the power. It'll tell you how much voltage you're getting, how much amperage you're drawing. So it's actually quite nice. And you see this little wire, so it goes in. It's actually mounted in behind this box. So, fire extinguisher. It's good. The little green tab is up. That means it's good. Oh, I forgot to mention the stovetop. So it's propane, pretty basic. We use it every once in a while. And so this is the dinette area, right? And the slide consists of the refrigerator and the dinette. And you have these little ottomans on the edges. So this is the first ottoman you get to. You can see there's some plumbing and wiring and those kinds of things in there. You can use a little bit of it for storage, so we'll keep, you know, some miscellaneous things in there. And that cushion just goes right on top of it. And when you put the slide in, you actually pull that cushion up and set it out of the way, and the couch will slide on top of that. So this is the couch itself. All these cushions are designed to be loose, right? All the cushions are in good shape. There's no holes or tears or anything like that in there. And then we have this table that it comes with. I can show you if you're interested how that folds up. But this table folds down and forms the. We can show it to them later. And that forms the base for a bed. So if you want to make this whole thing into a bed, you can do that. And then this cushion here goes on top of it, and that cushion goes on top of it, and it makes you could sleep two in there. And then the cabinets over the top, right? So we bought these little baskets to go in here. They made it real easy. We actually put clothes and food and dog food and all kinds of things in there. They're nice. These are on struts, so they hold themselves up. It's got these little glass coverings on them. There's a light in there, and then this is that window in the slide. So you can see it, the shade goes up and down, and then how you open the window is you do this right there, right? And if you want to exit, you pull these two red knobs and push that window. The whole window opens up and lets you out. And then going around, so that's the side. Going around to the front, you have some other just miscellaneous hooks. I think the previous owner put this in here. I use it to keep my watch and stuff on. Sounds kind of weird, but whatever. And then this is the kind of that driver's side window, the curtain, right? And then there's a screen in here as well. And you just pull this knob and slide it, and you can get some air in there. Same on the other side, right? You lift up, slide it. You can see the screen opens up if you want it to, and close. This is the bed. It's one of those, I think it's an RV Queen, that's what they call it. TV. So this is a 110 volt Jensen TV. It's on a articulating arm. There's a handful of cables and whatnot there. Remotes. We put this in just to hold the remotes. The TV actually sits in this position, and there's a strap here. A strap here that goes around it. It actually comes over the top, so it doesn't move around while you're going down the road. I put the shelf in here because we had a satellite box up here, so you can see there's miscellaneous cables and that sort of thing. This bungee, but you can use it for whatever you like. A Jensen radio, so it does Bluetooth, AM, FM, aux, DVD. This is plugged into the TV, so you can put DVDs in here and it'll play on the TV and so on. There's this mirrored cabinet. There's a pole in there. Hang clothes on. We actually moved the pole back further because we never really hung clothes in there. Just to kind of get it out of the way. And there's drawers down here. drawers down here. There's down here. So, just paperwork. Underneath the bed is the furnace. You can't see that because I'm shooting this on my iPhone. It's not doing well. Anyway, that's your furnace. You can hear me hitting it. There's a plug here. I swapped the plug out. This one has USB ports in it. And then I actually cut this little section out because it was just an open area. So I cut it out and now I can use it for storage. And then underneath this other ottoman, there's more storage. There's no plumbing or cable. So we put these little boxes in here, you know, we keep miscellaneous stuff. Let's see. So I upgraded the speakers. It has these infinity speakers in here. This is your AC unit. It's not, I don't have a generator hooked up right now, so it's not running. But I assure you, it's cold air. It works well.
It gets cold in here.
Yeah, it gets really cold in here. This is your carbon monoxide monitor, right? So that means it's working. Just a vent. This is the bathroom door, right? There's some hooks on the front of it. So you step up into the bathroom. This is a wet bath, right? So it's tiny, but it's functional. We replaced the shower head with this Oxygenics body spa shower head. This thing is fantastic. There's a fan here, right? This is great for getting some fresh air or using the restroom or whatever. So this knob just opens it up, and when it closes, it'll automatically turn the fan off, so you don't burn the fan out. There's a light inside there, right here. Oh, that's better with it off. And then here, there's a shower curtain. This shower curtain pulls all the way around. And then there's some hanging baskets on the back to store things. There's hanging baskets on the side to store things. There's the toilet. It's a foot flush toilet. So that means over here, or sorry, it's a hand flush. I'm sorry. Back here, you would think I would know that by now. Back here, this is what you can pull it halfway to fill, and the other halfway to flush it. And you have a sink here. We don't use it for a sink. We use it for storage, actually.
Like shampoo.
Yeah, it holds shampoo and stuff like that. And there's your knob, your handles for the shower. We put these things in there. Keep soap here. Keep shampoo in here. This is nice because it just comes out, right? So you can wash it. And then a squeegee. These come in handy. It's always good to squeegee the walls off. Right. And then you have some of your controls over here. So this is the light to the bathroom, right? This is the control for the slide. This is your heat and air, so your furnace and your air conditioner. This is your control panel, your indicator panel for your tanks, right? So the gray is empty, black is 2/3. Just a lot of these black tanks, they always read falsely. And then your fresh, right? The middle one is empty right now, and then the battery looks like I'm at 1/3. I need to charge that. This is a switch for the outside light, so that would be this light out there. That yellow light. And then here's another speaker that's inside. Another shot of the AC.
She showed the water
Mm.
heater.
The floor. All this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. These two switches here. Your water heater is gas or electric. If you're hooked up to power, don't worry about any of these, or don't worry about the water heater. This is just if you want to run gas water heater, and it'll fire up the propane and turn it on. This light just tells you if it tried to turn it on and it failed, right? That light will light up. And then the water pump, you only need this if you're running if you're boondocking, so you don't have water like pressurized water coming into the system. What else? What did I forget? There's the
It doesn't take long to heat up the
fire alarm.
water.
Yeah, the water doesn't take very long either.
And the topper on the bed.
Oh yeah.
And it sleeps really good.
Yeah, the bed's really comfortable. We have this pretty thick topper on it, right? I guess it's about, I don't know, 2.5 inches, 2 inches, something like that. It's more than enough. It's really, really comfortable, especially when you get it nice and cold in here.
Oh, did you want to sit this down?
Yeah, let's all.
I think that's on this.
Yeah, let's set this table down. You want to hold that? There's a knob here, right? Right. You just pull that knob, and the table moves. Right. So the table comes down like this, right? And this cushion goes in here. This cushion goes in here, and then we have a bed. So, nothing really fancy, but it does the job. Right. And then we're gonna put the slide in.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so let's do this. So we can show how that works. Yeah. Yeah, so you just hit this button. Right? And you can watch the slide. And then all right.
Oh, yeah, and then you
And then if we go,
walk and get to the bathroom if it's...
yeah, you can actually walk around while the slide's in. So here's a shot of the slide pulled in. So as you're traveling, that's what it would look like. And I'll just give you a quick shot of how much space you have. So a lot of times you might stop at a gas station or something along the way. Right, here's the slide pulled in, and this is how much room you have to walk, right? You can easily walk through here. You can get to the bathroom, you know, if you need to. A lot of times you take this and put it up on the bed, and then you won't even have that in your way. And that's it. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks.